here's my project for the day. I'm going to get rid of these rotten curtains. You see how terrible they are. Dry rotted. And I'm going to replace them with some cheap fix-it curtains. And we picked these up yesterday at the Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them up, and I got a sewing machine here, and I'm going to make a little pocket, and I'm going to hang them and probably sew some of the panels together, like 2 towels at a time, sew a pocket, and hang them back up and have something that's a little bit nicer. These are microfiber towels. They're not the greatest, but I don't want to spend a fortune either. And these curtains that are up here are god-awful. I could stick my finger right through them. So I'll come back in a little bit and show you what I've done. Okay, now we're back in Bob's kitchen. And I pulled out my trusty sewing machine. It's a Husqvarna Viking, and I love this machine. Oh, it's an Emerald 116. It's a mid-grade. Does what I need it to do. One of those things I'm not getting rid of. It'll stay down in Bob's basement until we make our migratory run right back up to Michigan. But here's the curtains. I took 2 of the towels, folded them in half. We're going to make a seam, I don't know, about 1/4 inch, all the way down to make a big one. Then I'm going to fold about, I don't know, the width of the rod to make sure it slides in there. I don't want any little frilly edges on it. So we'll give it enough room so it'll slide on there. And then measure it for 21 inches from the top, because I want a ruffle. So I'll be making 2 runs that way, and I'll show you how to do that when I get to that point. But that's pretty much it. This is how we're going to work these panels. Stick them right back in the rod and hang them up. All for $1 per panel. Right now I'm going to run a test run on the stitch to make sure that my stitches aren't going to pucker and look like crap, because I don't want to pull them out. Use just an extra piece of cloth I had. Do some test runs, and we'll come back and see the product. Well, I don't know if you can see this in the window, but here's one important step that you might want to remember is when you're sewing, you need an iron. Just a plain old iron, nothing fancy. If you press your seams flat and press your material as you're going, get the wrinkles out, you're going to have a much nicer finished product. And that's what I have done. Also, these towels are not exactly identical in length. So when I fold it over to make the top rod, the pocket, we're going to hide all that. You're not going to see any of that. But it's going to make a much nicer panel. But I thought I'd better mention that to you, because a lot of people don't like to iron, don't like to mess with iron, but you get a better product. Alright, next step coming up. Well, here's the finished product. I think it looks a whole lot better. Oh, these gotta come off of here. But it brightens my corner up really nice. We'll get new rods and raise those curtains up just a little bit so they're like this one. Down here. See? I want them to be a little bit poofy, and I'm going to put some kind of little ties on it, tie them back. So, thanks for watching. Like us on Facebook and YouTube, and share the video if you think somebody else could use a really cheap idea to make curtains. Thanks, you guys. Take care.